We have some followers there on Facebook.
Hi, everybody. Okay, Today we normally don't do 3 lives a week. We know that that's a lot. We know that that's a lot of lives, so we normally don't do that. But this week we were supposed to have today, let me just fix the lighting with this. We were supposed to have today Joanna join us and talk about Hygge, and
where'd my book go?
I don't know. Where'd you put your books over there?
Let me grab it.
But something happened. Her family got sick. Everybody's coming down with this horrible sickness.
Yeah, everybody's getting sick, so she couldn't do it.
So she couldn't do it today. So you know what? We thought, what should we do? We're like, should we not do it? Because we did a live yesterday, and we did a live, well, we didn't do a live.
No,
actually.
We did a story. Right.
Anyways, so we decided to be in my mom's home today.
Yay!
Because how do you get more Hygge right here? I mean, how do you get more of this? And a lot of you, so we mentioned Facebook, if you have no clue what we're talking about. We were having a cozy moment the other day and talking about how winter had settled in, and we called it a feeling, and we said that it was Hygge. And a lot of you had no clue what that meant. Try to get a little closer. And so we're going to talk about it a little bit, and we will still have Joanna join us next time.
Oh, yes. Joanna's the guru, and she'll
the
join
guru.
us. And but Hygge is, and we're so excited to have her, but Hygge is something that we've been doing, Lizzie, how long?
I think we've been doing it without even really know that we're doing it. I feel like you've created this.
Well, we've been living something we call La Vita Vera, which in Italian
means the true life.
Means the true life. And Hygge is basically the same thing. I actually learned about this word it's been years ago when we were in Solvang, California, doing a show there, doing a food nanny show. And the people there taught us all about Hygge. Doesn't matter how you pronounce it. People pronounce it differently. Doesn't matter how you spell it or how you pronounce it. It's a feeling that you create. And La Vita Vera is something that we've been talking about as the food nanny for years, which is the true life. That's what they call it in Italian, the true life. And what is the true life? Well, it's creating an atmosphere for your family and your friends where they feel safe, where they want to come and enjoy good food and good conversation. Right. And that's basically the true life.
Right.
And Hygge is the same thing, only it's Danish. And it's a little bit different. Hygge actually, there's a book, and this is it. We have the little book. Joanna told us about this little book, and we love it because unlike La Vita Vera, the true life, there's no book about it. We just live it. But Hygge, there's...
And you didn't really even know that you were living La Vita Vera until you wrote your books and somebody told you that.
Yes.
And they said, my heavens, you are living La Vita Vera. And she didn't even know exactly.
I said, what is it?
Yeah, you said, what is that? And that is something that we are noticing, like, even the older that I get, I'm like, most don't understand how to do that and how to create that feeling in their home. And I feel like it's come natural to you, Mom. It's really come natural, and I feel like we're then learning, obviously, from you. So I'm grateful for it.
And my mother taught me, and her mother taught her, and my mother's mother was from Denmark, and so that's something quite amazing to me. But yes, when they said to me, when I went to Italy and they said to me, you're living the true life, I said, what does that mean? And my publisher said the same thing. She said, I want to publish your books because this is the true life. And I said, what is the true life? And she said, or you're living La Vita Vera. And I said, what is La Vita Vera? And she said, it's the true life. And I said, what is the true life? And she said, it's exactly what you're doing. You're creating this meal plan that you have your family gather together around the dinner table on a consistent basis with good food and good conversation. And the feelings with whatever you have around you. La Vita Vera, the true life, or Hygge, doesn't mean you have to go out and spend a ton of money to create.
No.
It's a feeling. That's all it is. You can create it with good feelings and good food. You must have good food you must have good feelings, and you must have good conversation.
The smells coming from the kitchen is what gives you such a warm feeling inside. I don't know, it makes me feel good, and it always makes me feel loved. We always say how when there's food coming from the kitchen, every kid, everybody is gonna feel like they're in a space that they wanna be in and that they feel loved, and it gathers everybody together.
Exactly.
And so it's exactly what she said. It's as simple as for us putting on candles, starting a cozy fire, getting bread going, getting cookies coming out of the oven. You're creating this little feeling, that's what it's called. They're saying this book is backwards. So we're flipped backwards.
Okay.
So just say what it's called.
So it's the little book of Hygge, which is Hygge, Danish Secrets to Happy Living. And the thing about the Scandinavian people, they're indoors a lot. It's very cold and damp. And so how they survive their weather is they have these little parties, gatherings, not parties. They have these little gatherings that they create on a daily basis that gets them through. So say you don't have a fireplace. This is my favorite fireplace in my home. I have one other one that's gas. This is my favorite one because it burns real wood. And the atmosphere that it creates is great. But if you don't have a fireplace, you can have candles. Because candles are perfect, and you can have great lighting. It's all about lighting as well. Soft lighting, cozy candles. You don't have to have a fabulous couch. You don't have to have fabulous anything. In fact, the Danes don't care about any of that. It's not about spending money.
Right.
It's about creating lighting, number one. It's about food, huge, hearty food, and pies and cakes and cobblers and goodies. And then the candles, the coziness, the herbal tea like we showed yesterday.
Yeah.
Like Desiree had.
And being around with loved ones, like that. It's honestly everything that I feel like we're teaching you. And Joanna, that wanted to come on today, got sick. So we'll have her on again. But what I loved is she said, Lizzie, you guys are living this. She said it's something that you're teaching your followers, and that's why she wanted to share it, because she feels like that's exactly what we're trying to, share. What you said, good food, conversation, and gathering together. And that is what creates Hygge.
That's it. It's an experience. It's not about things, only about candles or fireplaces. It's not about things and anything
it's
like
the
that.
essence of cozy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you. It's the essence of cozy. And you can read all about it in this little book. It's enjoying company with friends with a little bit of herbal tea. Hot chocolate is huge in Denmark and in Scandinavia. Hot chocolate is big. And I guess I must have some of that blood because I've been drinking it my whole life.
Yeah.
And I've been figuring out how to improve it my whole life.
Yeah.
We all have.
Yes.
And so who knew? And it even says right here, my personal cozy togetherness, my personal favorite, cocoa by candlelight. And that is also one of our personal favorites. As we went through this book, we marked the pages that sounded, it's just exactly like how we used to live. It's budget version of cuisine. Open-faced sandwiches on rye bread with pickled something we don't even like. But we can make our own open-faced sandwiches that we love. But also it's about hearty food. In my second book, we have something we call frikadeller. And that comes from Denmark. And I learned to make frikadeller with the red cabbage, and that is in our second book. And we will show that one of these days. I also learned to make something called abelskivers. And Joanna's going to show us something else that she knows how to do, a cookie.
Yeah, Joanna really wants to share, so we will be doing it again. Because we just feel so bad that the day fell apart. We get it. We haven't. So, but she's got this incredible
cookie thing. And I've got an abelskiver. It took me 10 days, I think, to figure out how to say that word. I'm horrible at pronunciation. And it's Abelskivers, and I've got the little pot thing that makes Abelskivers, and we'll make those on a live one day as well. And then we'll go to Joanna's. We'll hear all about how she has embraced it and how she uses it in her family. And anyway, it's so much fun, and we hope that you too will embrace Hygge and find out more about it, which is basically La Vita Vera, which is the true life. And it's so fun. It's so rewarding.
Okay, how do you manage making dinner when you are busy taking kids around? I meal plan and then end up scratching it for almost every night. It makes me so sad. Okay, well, you can say what you would say too. But meal planning, first off, is going to save you. You did say that you were meal planning, though. The food's in the house. So I get that it can still get crazy and you feel like you're running around and you don't really have time to prepare the dinner. But if you know that you're having days like that, you've got to just prepare before and get it going. Either your kids are going to start to get older and then one of those can start helping. I've got 4 kids that range from almost 9 to 1. So my daughter, I only have 1 girl and I have the rest boys. And I feel like my daughter lately has really had to step it up and help me because I feel like I'm busy with this. I feel like I've created a little bit of a job and I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've got to keep up on the cooking and the cleaning, and all of that alone is a full-time job. All of that is. But the thing is you just have to really start to plan out your day better. I've been noticing doing the lives. If I'm making my meal, at 10 o'clock, when we're showing our meal for the day, I have loved my life after that because either I'm waiting to cook the dish and I'm making it more fresh, but sometimes you can't do that on all of them. So then I'm just reheating or, doing things like that. But the thing is there's definitely times where I want to throw my hands up in the air. Like, it's not perfect. It's not perfect for me to get dinner on the table. Last night, I somehow forgot to get the fish for the fish tacos. And all of my kids are sick. And I was like, I could have just been like, forget it. But it's one of my son's favorite meals. And when he came in the door, he knew that it was fish tacos on the meal plan. And so he was like, Mom, you're not going to do it? I'm like, no, I'm going to run back to the store because I somehow forgot the fish. We're all human. Right. And we forget and we have crazy days. It's not like it's over here perfect for us. But I came home, I made the dinner, and we had the greatest conversation around our little dinner table, and that's what's the most important. It's like my mom always says, it's the food, it's more the conversation, but the food, yes, of course, I want to enjoy what I'm eating, but really it's the memory and conversation that you're creating around the dinner table. So for busy moms, my other sisters are so busy. They've got kids that are running to every event nonstop, but she just feels like she's got to prepare. She's got to plan ahead of time, and maybe there are the nights that you're eating late.
And if you're eating late, or if you do have those nights, don't forget about our go-to dinners. Our go-to dinners when the day just goes to pot and everything goes wrong are our homemade pancakes. Everybody has the ingredients for homemade pancakes, homemade waffles, grilled cheese sandwiches. Those are our main go-to dinners. Grilled tuna and cheese sandwiches. That was a big one. But the pancakes and waffles, homemade, eggs, they will save you. And you can still put something on the table to warm everybody's tummies and fill everybody up that's delicious.
Yeah.
You just have to have a few ingredients always on hand.
A well-stocked kitchen, like
Yes.
we talk about. Yeah.
And then who can't make a grilled cheese sandwich and whip up our tomato soup in 2 seconds? If you have a can of tomatoes.
Or pizza, last minute.
Yes.
You can whip up a pizza really fast. The dough's nothing.
5 minutes for a basic pizza dough. You can do that. But anybody can make pancakes or waffles or eggs. And just know that to have your go-to meals available and ready.
Well, Facebook, I'm sorry. She's supposed to read the Facebook comments. But
no, I'm bad.
Okay. Somebody's been having an earthquake going on in there. That's crazy.
Where?
Okay. Love your homemade waffles. Made them last night. We love them. Okay, life happens to the best of us moms. Exactly. So you can ask us, you guys, it's kind of like a spontaneous Q&A too. So keep in the questions, but we are going to reveal her kitchen a little bit. It's almost totally done, but it's so cozy and so fun.
That's fun. I've been living, in a construction zone for basically 5 to 6 months, and I haven't had anything put together. All the workers finally left. There's only tiny touches to be left, to be finished, like lighting and a few things. But everything is put back together. My stove arrived. I'm cooking again.
Gaga.
We've been out of my home for all summer and all fall, and so we're back. And I hope that Lizzie, I hope you're going to make the trek over to my house now. So
you know what's fun about my mom's house is, okay, so if you don't know originally, so she bought this as a cabin. I was born in Texas. I'm the baby of 7, born in Texas. This was our cabin. Then we moved here. Then
I actually designed it.
Yeah, you designed it. Yeah, it was your cabin. And now you've added on how many times?
3 times.
3 times they've added on. And she's slowly just kind of redone, but kept a lot of the original. This is like part of the original.
Oh, no, this is the original.
Well, it was another stove, you said,
No,
right?
not this one.
Oh.
No, there was another one in the kitchen. No,
I don't remember
the
the very early stages. I hear the stories.
Lizzie wasn't born when we moved here in the beginning. It was 1981. Lizzie was born in 88. So she doesn't even know. She doesn't even remember. So,
well, I knew it was the original something, okay?
Yes.
But anyway, so it's fun. So my mom has done a couple of tweaks to her kitchen, but this is the first time she's ever really remodeled. Like, take away the cabinets, take away the island.
Because the cabinets were 40 years old, and people say, but Liz, you've redone your kitchen, 3 or 4 times? And I'm like, I've repainted the cabinets like 4 times, and
you can see every color coming through. Anyways, but it's still great. It was great. It was great then, and it's so fun now. It's so fun.
Yeah. So been
I'm 30.
Great.
I know. I'm 30. It acted like she was telling me. But yes, I know. And she looks better than me. We all know.
Right. Stop it.
She had me at 37, which is crazy. Okay. Here's a question. For decorating, I'm struggling with having a unifying theme in colors. I think I'm getting too eclectic. Any advice?
That's one of the main things that you have to do, which took me a lifetime to figure out. I was so eclectic that I didn't have a theme. And I had a friend come, and one day she said, Liz, you need a theme. And that was Deb. Thanks, Deb, for that advice. She said, you need a theme, and that was a long time ago. And I said, okay, what is my theme? And so we came up with farmhouse, what was it? Cottage farmhouse, modern cottage farmhouse.
Yeah.
So that was sort of the theme we came up with years ago. And so then it felt better. I now narrowed my decorating down into what I really was, because I had a farmhouse, but my farm and the outside of my home didn't really match the inside. And so I was really worried about that for years. But you know what? The truth is, I was so into raising children, cooking and cleaning and being the taxi driver and keeping up with budgets and life that I was drowning. And my husband, I can remember going to like someplace like Home Depot or somewhere, and he says, how do you like that light? And I said, it's fine. I don't care. It's totally fine. Buy it. We needed a light, and I wasn't into it. I was so buried in life that I was just thankful to have.
You were into it when I was growing up. Because I am into it. So I feel like that came from you.
But I mean, I was always into it.
Yeah.
But there were years where it was dead. No, there was, I couldn't even imagine. Like I said, yeah, buy that light. I don't care what it looks like.
But you know what? Desiree says you still kind of have that style. Not just like buy whatever, but she said you still kind of have an eclectic style.
Yeah, oh, I do.
She does.
Yeah, I do.
And you know
but
what?
I don't.
But yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. honestly, what like Desiree always says to us is get what speaks to you. Get the colors and get the things that speak to you, because if you slowly start to buy stuff that just make you feel so good inside and you feel like that color really speaks to you or whatever, there are colors that I can't have in my home. Like, not that I don't like it, but I can't have it personally for me. There's like red for me, I can't have in my home.
And I had red in the beginning of my marriage.
Yeah.
I had red and green.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
And it's good. It's just, you gotta go with what speaks to you. And slowly you start to find yourself and you start to like put it together. It's kind of like with clothes. It's like you figure out what speaks to you, what colors you like, and then you slowly just, I don't know, I feel like it all comes together.
And you know what happened to me, Lizzie? Years and years ago, over 20 years ago, I had a girl help me because our family room needed some new furniture, and she came up and she showed me 3 different color schemes, and I'll always be grateful to her because instantly I pointed to the color scheme that spoke to me, and I'd never seen that done before.
Yeah.
And I always thought, well, my favorite color was always blue, but I always thought I can't have blue. Well, blue was too sophisticated or
that's
too
crazy.
I don't know what it was.
That's crazy.
But anyway, she had blue in this color scheme, and I said that's what I want was white and blue. And all those years, I really did want it in the back of my mind, but I never could have it for some reason. It's really weird. But anyway, since then, which is about 25 years ago, I've been going with more blues. But long story short, redoing the home and updating this time because my home is almost 40 years old.
I want some tea while we're talking.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So this is my...
Keep going, Mom.
Okay.
And then we have a couple more questions too.
So this is our little tea, one of our little tea sets that I brought back from Singapore over 20 years ago. And it's so fun. From the Raffles Hotel in Singapore, I had to have this little set and bought this little tray as well. And so I've been using this for over 20 years,
It's fun. And if you come to my mom's house, like she always has a little tray, and then she'll bring out the cookies. Even if she hasn't made cookies, there's always cookies in the freezer, and she'll put out a couple. It's super fun. Okay, are you wearing aprons you always wear in your lives available for purchase? The ones that with the straps across the back?
Yes. We're hoping next week we are rolling those out. Those will be available for pre-order, and Kara's trying to get us all the information as soon as possible. We will be rolling those out, I believe, next week with the colors.
We just barely discovered this apron. So it's called Leisure and Lane. That's her Instagram. And she said, hey, can I send you guys some aprons? She sent us 4 aprons with our brand new logo. Like, everything happened at the right time. And I started screaming. It had lavender in it. How did she know that we are obsessed with lavender? And then
French
style. And French style. And then our new logo looked amazing on it. And so we were like, okay, we started wearing them. We fell in love with them. They're comfortable. They're this amazing quality of linen. They feel like butter. You want to wear them all day.
Oh, we do.
Literally, I said the other day, Mr. Food Nanny called me the other day, and he was talking about the aprons, and he said, I've never seen Mom wear an apron so much in his entire life. So they're fun.
Well, Lizzie, we went to the mall right after a live one day, and we got into the mall, and she took her coat off, and she had her apron on. And I said, you didn't look at you. It was so funny. So
you forget you're wearing it.
Yeah.
So they're pre-order on the 10th. Their quality, it's coming from Belgium, then it's made in the US, then it's dyed in the US, and then it's gonna have our beautiful logo on it. So they are gonna be about $75, and that's like the best price. Look for aprons like that. You'll never find better price. Ever.
No.
And we have a special Food Nanny color that is going to be coming for that. So
we're so excited
make sure to look that up.
We're so excited.
Do you ever change or switch up the daily themes or go out to eat instead?
If we go out to eat, for instance, tonight is Mexican night, and we were invited out to eat, and so I'm hoping to eat Mexican. And that's just how that's just how we
Well, because we only have the food once a week, you crave it. Like, so if you don't get to have it that night, you really want it that night because you're like, well, I want Mexican. I didn't have Mexican.
It makes it easy to figure out where you're going to eat out because no matter what theme night it is, we're starving for that kind of food. So for over 40 years now, I've been living this meal plan, and that's how it's been. It's super easy. And one reason I put pizza on Friday and grill on Saturday was because when the kids were growing up, they always, if we ever did have a chance to eat out, I say to cook 5 nights a week, take 2 days off. I didn't always do that when the kids were little.
Yeah.
Didn't have the money or the weather or my husband was gone. But when we did eat out, it was either pizza or hamburgers. And so it was perfect.
Yeah.
And so that's the other reason why the theme nights work so amazing and so well.
And you're getting the variety of food. That's the biggest thing.
And nowadays, on grill night, we do a lot of fish. So on Saturday night, I might not be eating a hamburger out. If I'm out, I'll be eating fish. I'm also eating fish on Wednesday.
No one really wants to talk to you.
Okay.
She's been having the earthquake in Alaska, I think.
What? Where? Where in Alaska?
I don't know. You're supposed to.
Can she answer us?
I think
because
she
I
has
can't.
been.
Because I can't see it.
Yes, it's $75 for an apron, but that is not expensive. I know it seems like that, but it's an investment. You will have it forever. Like you really will have it forever. And it's real linen, Belgian linen that's really coming from Belgium. So it's real. Thank you. That is so nice. Okay, how often do you grill in the winter, or do you usually do the Saturday recipes in the oven during the winter?
Exactly. Yes, because when we lived in other states, like California or Texas, often we would still be able to grill. Here we actually do if it's a cold, sunny evening, but it's rare in the winter.
I feel like we're on a talk show or something.
I
feel like we're on the Today Show.
It's weird. I mean,
cheers. Yeah, they're real linen too. Yes, they're real linen.
But no, what we're doing, our fish, we're broiling it on Saturday nights or Wednesday nights. We're frying it. We're sauteing it. In the summertime, we're always grilling it. But for those of you in California or Arizona or Florida, we have a lot of followers in all of those places. You guys can still grill.
Yeah.
So you're good.
How do you get the oil out of the aprons?
Okay. Everything has come out of that apron. It has been through like the war. I mean, so many oil spills. Blueberries all over it. I have put this apron to the test. And I told Kara that I was doing that. And she said, Liz, this is so great. I have put it through the test. Go and get it. Well, I'll go get it.
I don't even know where it is. They want to see your remodel too.
Okay.
This is herbal tea. And
Excuse me.
Is this the one from yesterday?
Yeah.
This is
My favorite.
Tazo.
Yeah.
Tazo. And it's the refreshment. We're not even getting any sugar or cream in this one.
No,
This is my mom's skinny herbal tea.
I don't like sugar and cream in my tea, in my herbal tea. So I just drink it straight. I just like it hot. Oh, I wanted to show you. Yes, this is
It's good.
one of my very favorites. That's the one we're drinking right now. I love this one. And this is honey vanilla chamomile. And then this is the sleepy time. And that one I like.
Does it really put you to sleep?
It helps. It really does.
I need that at
It just
night.
calms you down. It just
okay,
calms you down.
okay, show the
Let me show you the apron. Okay, every single thing has come out of. Now here's a little something. I probably got this on yesterday because it wasn't washed yesterday. It's washed almost daily, and I dry it on light, not a heavy dry, a light dry. And look, there are no spots. And all the blueberries, everything. This is amazing. This is a light color.
I know.
And now I did do something to the natural one. I poured the Clorox 2 and let it sit for too long.
Yeah.
And
you
so
gotta be careful of bleaching
and
it.
it did. It discolored the natural one.
Yeah.
So when you put the Clorox 2 to wash it, just put it in your washer, Or, I mean, what I did was I just let it sit too long on the other one. You can pour it on, but then wash it. But I let it sit way too long. It discolored it a little bit. So
Those
be
all
careful.
sound really,
That's
really
it.
good.
That's it.
So do you spray it with a stain remover?
Yes, I've tried spray and wash.
I've done OxyClean
Yeah.
white. I feel like that gets everything out.
Did it work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
super nice. This is from J. Crew. Hers is made well.
Oh,
but right now, you guys, J. Crew is giving like 50% off for normal.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So run. I thought
for
it was
Christmas.
really cute. I thought it was cute, so thanks. It's rainbow. And it's really soft and cozy. Like, it's totally just fitting in. This is Hygge. This is just Hygge right here. I got Hygge. Okay, Mom, how about you come show them?
Okay, all right. So let's grab.
I don't know how I'm going to film this with two things. Okay.
So, yeah. Well, we've got. I was just checking the fire. So this is my
I'll
kitchen.
come back from here.
It's been a long time in coming, and it basically we didn't add anything on to the kitchen. We did this great island, and the thing is, when we roll my kitchen out for real, we're going to have Desiree here because she helped me. And I will always
Hold on. I've got to take this off this.
Okay.
Hold this.
Okay,
Hold this.
just a second. Just a second.
You guys, we're not the best at filming, but I was going to do it on this tripod, but it's not going to work. So, okay.
So, when we really roll my kitchen out, we'll have a party, and we've decided to do that next month. Let's get Christmas over with. I barely even have a tree up because the workers just left. So, everything was turned upside down. So
kind of just tell them what you went through. She kept the floor, but tell them how you stripped it and stained.
We kept the floor, but we stripped it down to the original floor, which is walnut. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah.
It was a walnut floor, but it was scraped, and so we stripped it down because when you're going, Desiree will explain all this, so I'm not going to go into detail.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not
fine.
going to go into detail, but I'll just sort of show you how.
This is her new island. You know, she used to have butcher block. There's new people that never saw it before, so we'll have to do like a fun post, like before and after.
But hopefully I have something before. I wasn't really good at taking a lot of pictures, but I did the open shelving, which I love. And I'm so happy that I did the open shelving. I can just reach, because I'm always cooking, I can just reach everything so fast.
She just doesn't have the lights.
Whatever it is I need. Right. So the lighting is not in. The stove was just delivered.
Look at the fun stove.
And we're going to tell you all about how it works and all about it when we roll my kitchen out next month. And this is my little baking area now, which I created, which I never had before. And the fridge is right next to it. I'm actually baking bread right now, and everything is ready to put into the bread pans. But there's so many things to
They
tell.
think your kitchen looks way bigger.
Oh, it feels bigger. It feels bigger.
You know what's fun is that this created more, like she never had this counter space over here.
No.
Because the fridge,
was back in the corner.
was back in the corner.
And the fridge never even did open correctly. It would never even open all the way before. It was there from the very beginning of the cab. This is the original part, like Lizzie was talking about. All of this is original to our cabin that we built. And Lizzie, you can kind of show around.
But what's the stove?
Oh, this is an Il Bay stove. It's from Italy. And I'm going to show you how it works. And I'm just getting to know her. And I'm just getting to
know her. We haven't named her yet.
We haven't named her yet, but I'm just getting to know her. And I'm just getting to know how she works. So I can't wait to show you everything. It's like playing house. I'm so excited. Let me show you the other thing that
this is so fun.
I'll show you something else that I created. And I don't want to show it all right now because I want Desiree to be here and the rest of my family, the rest of our daughter-in-laws and my girls. I want them all to be here when we when we have the sort of the opening, but this is something that I created because I didn't have a pantry space. And so
She was running up and down to her Costco.
Yes.
Downstairs all night. I mean, all day long.
I thought and thought and thought, how could I put a pantry in our home? And I thought about it for years. And finally one day I just said, okay, we're knocking out this wall and I'm going to take space from my laundry room, which is behind it. I'm going to cut the laundry room in half and create this little pantry. It might be my favorite thing.
I know.
It's so much fun. So I put the French doors on it and painted the wonderful French color and opened the doors, and so come into my I was going to say family room, to my pantry. And the fun thing that we did was we created a drink area for our soda because we love soda, we love sparkling water, and we have a little fridge now that has it all and a wonderful ice maker. So I have all of my cups. So 28 grandchildren, and
they're a little obsessed with the
yes.
ice machine.
And so I'll tell you how I organized my pantry later. We'll do a pantry post, okay? And so all I've done so far to get ready for Christmas is I've hung the 28 stockings for all of the grandchildren. And I've collected those from Pottery Barn starting the year Pottery Barn many, many years ago when they came out with these stockings. And luckily, the last baby that was born was a year and a half ago, which was Lizzie's little Liam. Luckily, I was able to still get one for Liam. So the girls have the blue and the boys have the red, and we have 14 granddaughters and 14 grandsons. So that's
Isn't that
fun.
crazy?
So I have those up, but I don't even have my tree up.
Mom, they're going crazy. They're being so nice.
thank
I'll have
you.
to show you all the comments.
Oh, thank you.
Somebody wants to know, are you related to Desiree?
No, we've just become good friends, really good friends. And somehow she knew my heart and what I was trying to create, and we were able to do that together. I could get super emotional about all of this project because it's been great, and I don't know, I love it. Like I said, I'm just playing house again. So it's so much fun to be back home, and I hope we'll be doing lots of lives and everything here now. But thank you. I hope you like it.
Oh, they're being so
as
nice.
much as I do.
It's so
I'll
fabulous.
show you one of my favorite things is over here.
Okay.
It's my door. And everybody said, Liz, your door doesn't match your cottage farmhouse. And again, back in that day, I didn't care what the door looked like. I just had a door, and it was great. So I finally got a little cottage farmhouse door, and it's nothing great, but it fits better. It fits the house.
No, it's amazing, but show them the two different paint.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
So, and I'll show you my white snow outside my door. So then this is our screen door.
See how the paint is different?
Yeah. So this is a different color.
Desiree really knows her colors.
Yeah. And then we come outside too.
This is where I was raised. It's so beautiful. I just love it here. Look how much snow. You're getting a ton.
And we have so much. And I have my Scandinavian snowflakes hanging. And I love these. Thanks, Lisa at Brambles. I love them so much.
Yeah,
we're
love
gonna
Brambles.
roll out our favorites list, which will be next week. And we're going to take you around and show you everything that's on our favorites list from all of our favorite stores. We can't wait
They wanna
to
see
roll
it
that
again.
out, which will be next week.
I know, it's like a winter wonderland.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we done?
Yeah. So,
Oh no, Facebook, are you still there? Are you guys still there? Anyways, they're being so nice. I will show you everything. They
Thank you.
said it's a virtual tour inside a home magazine, French cottage farmhouse.
Oh,
that's so nice. Okay, hold
thank
this
you.
one.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
so we just wanted to remind you that the winner tomorrow for this week's giveaway is going to be announced. And we just want to just tell you how much we love our product and how we are obsessed with our product.
And Christmas ideas.
Yeah, and honestly, talking about Christmas ideas, somebody came up with the best idea
Ever.
of the salt with a food nanny spoon wrapped in a bow. And I just think that is the best.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm giving away.
So this is what we're going to be giving away. So it is our favorite. So just make sure to think about our products for Christmas because you can't get better.
Either
product.
our fleur de sel, which don't forget for our new followers, is the top layer in our salt farm in Guérin, France. This is the top layer. And then this is our moist gray salt, the best salt in the world that you will ever eat to go on to just up the quality of your life. And then, of course, a lot of people are giving our Kamut. Nancy came by to buy Kamut for their friends and some of the people that they're buying Christmas gifts for. So thank you, Nancy.
I bought the
And
little salt cellars that I put your salt in for my favorite things party. That's so nice. Okay, Mom, show them the art too.
Oh, yes.
Like, look, this is some of the art that Desiree gets that we were talking about yesterday.
Oh, yes. I love that.
Amazing.
And then I have my Scandinavian art that I was able to get from Shushu's house. And it's incredible art.
The top layer salt is a finishing salt.
Yes.
So it's just finer, and you would just put it on eggs and salads and
Top of pizza.
pizza.
Yeah, it's a finishing salt, but some French chefs do use nothing but that. So we
And
use
some
both.
followers do too.
Yes, and some followers do too. The thing is I've talked to so many people in France. Many just use this. And some use them both. And others just use one or, this one. I use them both.
Yeah, I use them both.
I
On a
use them-
consistent basis.
On a consistent basis, I use them both. But if you ask me which one I used more, I would say this one.
Right.
For me.
Right.
So it will change your life. Buy the salt. Try it out. It's going to just up the quality of your food. And of course, our Kamut that's going to make you more healthy. And the thing that you have to remember about our Kamut is this. So many of you have been told for so long.
Hold on, I've got to get the tripod again. My arms, you guys, they start to shake. I guess I'm not in shape or something.
Okay, let's
just hold it.
Okay, just a second.
I'm sorry, I'll get the tripod. My arms are shaking.
So what I was going to say about the Kamut is that so many of you have been told for so long that carbs are bad. You can't have bread. That you eat anything but bread. You stay away from whole grains. And absolutely,
I guess we just ruined it.
absolutely, we're telling you, no, you can come back and enjoy the staff of life, which is bread and whole grains, and love it. And with Kamut, it's pure strain. It's not been modified, so it's not going to mess up your system. It's just going to be so delicious and make you so happy.
Yeah.
And that's what we're finding.
And if you learn anything from us, even with our whole products aside, is that we eat and enjoy everything in life. And that's part of the message too.
Yes.
Is that we want you to come to a space where you know that you can eat and enjoy life and have these amazing products that do upgrade your life for you.
Yes, and the Kamut will do just that. Yes, it's expensive. The reason why is because it's not been modified to have, the most incredible growth, to get the biggest yield. It's not been modified to get a big yield. Kamut is hard to grow, and there's not a ton of farmers that are growing it, and it takes longer. It's harder, but it's not been modified, so you're getting half the yield out of what you would normally get from any
You
other
guys,
wheat.
this filming is so bad, but I'm sorry, these two phones And my arms, they start to...
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good. So that's the main thing about Kamut is you have to remember that this is something that is special. This is not your normal white flour that has no nutritional value. It is, been enriched. This is naturally enriched. We have the whole grain that you can grind, and then we have the white flour that goes into everything. That for those of you who probably haven't been able to eat grain or wheat for years will be able to.
And we can't say that it's gluten-free because we don't want anybody to come back and get really sick and
because
say
it isn't gluten-free.
It's not gluten-free, but I can't believe how many intolerant people are coming back and saying that they can handle it.
We can handle it.
So that's pretty amazing. We even had that girl that we showed on Tuesday. She went into the doctor's office and her blood sugar level was low. And all the stats were like low. And the doctor said, what are you doing? What is going on? Because she goes to the doctor on a consistent basis. Roseanne. And she said Kamut. And the doctor had no clue what Kamut was. And so once then she talked to her and told her all about it. She goes, it's this ancient grain. I'm hearing about it from the food nannies. And she said, well, I need to know about this. And the doctor said, right there alone, she said an ancient grain is key to everything.
Yeah.
Because she goes, like she's been saying, it's not been genetically modified. There hasn't been anything stripped of it. And yes, the white is a little bit stripped to make it a white.
Right.
That is a number one question all the time.
But that's also the reason the gluten-free people can handle it because it's less gluten.
Right. It's less gluten.
But the texture and the taste is so superior. And it's still so superior to any other white flour, as is the whole grain superior to any whole grain.
Right.
So
we don't sell it in 50-pound bags anymore because it was just too hard to carry. But you can get 25 and you can get 2 for the same price as the 50. And also, yes, the shipping is getting closer. Mr. Food Nanny is saying in January that the 25-pound bag. And I was actually talking to another girl. It's like you start talking all the time. We talk. And she said, how much do you really think you can get? She's a shipper. She works for another shipping company. I met her at work. And anyway, she said that is a really good price. So we're getting for the best price that we can ship it because flour is heavy.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good price.
Yes, we're offering this to you for a very good price. This is our promotional price. It's going to go up a few dollars. But the thing is we're trying to make it more available for you. You won't have to spend the gas money to come up and buy it. We're trying to get it more available. It is going to go up a little bit because we have to. We have to. It's just the way it is. We offer everything so inexpensive, and we have to be able to cover all the costs that are going to be incurring when we get larger volume. So
this is $10.98 right now with tax.
But it will go up. It will go up a few dollars, as will the other one. But the shipping will go down. But we're trying to make it the most competitive in the U.S. that we can get it to you. But we've been talking to so many people who want to help us. And we have to, it is our promotional price now, and it will have to go up a little bit, but not horrible.
No.
So don't worry,
It still is way cheaper than almond flour and coconut flour.
And
it's healthier.
What we have to
and
understand and realize that it comes into the category of health and health food. And it really does, because this is not your normal everyday flour. It is something that's going to really make you and your family a lot healthier and change your life and change the quality of your life. So we have to understand that we cannot compete with just regular flour. It's not even in the same.
Okay, if you buy this 5-pound bag and you make this bread recipe, I'm not going to lie, you're almost out. You're going to not have that much left. But you can either make 2 big ones or you can make 6 mini loaves, and that's all we do is the 6 mini loaves.
Yeah.
It's the perfect size. It stays fresh longer. For the 25-pound bag, it's $35.95 right now.
Right now.
I drove I drove 700 miles to get my Kamut.
Wow.
I need someone who's coming to Kansas from Utah to bring me some.
We're hoping, Kansas, you'll be able to have it shipped to you at a lower price, but we're not going to say it's inexpensive because it is not. But
No.
I'll tell you, when I got my hands on it and started eating it, it changed everything for me in every way. It upped the quality of every single thing we bake and cook so much that I just feel like everybody needs to have it in their life and everybody needs to try it because it's so nutritionally sound and so good for you. So anyway,
And it just makes everything taste better,
yes,
which is
and
really
the
crazy.
salt and the Kamut go hand in hand.
It really is a beautiful marriage.
It's incredible. We can't live without either. And we discovered this. I discovered this about 4 years ago together, and it.
Yes, the 25-pound bag is the same flour. Yes.
Yes.
Do I need to change the recipe for lower elevation? I live in California.
No, my sister who lives in California is creating Hygge every single day of her life. She has a tiny apartment. It doesn't matter how small your living conditions in a small, cozy, fabulous apartment or a bigger home. It doesn't matter the space. My sister's creating Hygge every single day with baking her bread twice a week for her family, her Kamut bread twice a week for her family. Her candles are going, her goodies are coming out of the oven, and she is bringing the most incredible atmosphere and life to her
I
home.
made first batch of Kamut bread yesterday. Amaze balls, so delish. That is hilarious.
And Lizzie, you know what I was going to say? For those of you who think it's a little sweet, because I do have 2/3 cup of honey in this, just cut the honey down. Just cut the honey down. Leave 1/3 cup honey down if you think it's a little
What
too
did we
sweet.
do with our old flour? Well, Mr. Food Nanny came into my house and threw it all away. He was like, "You will never touch this again." We had a follower that said that it's now become Play-Doh flour for her kids. What did you do with your old flour?
I actually kept some of it maybe for a rainy day, but the other day I ended up throwing it away. So anyway, that's been a long time.
She said, I shared before about my blood sugar. Oh, yeah, you did too. Yes.
Yes.
And cholesterol being great. They continue to remain great. 10 months now, great food plan. And Kamut doesn't hurt the art at all. So now I eat bread, cupcakes. That's amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
DM me. DM me if you want to come to Midway. When will your prices go up?
Probably next month.
It's gonna be like $1 or $2.
Well,
what? $2?
I'm not sure, but it might be as much as $3 because we're getting involved now. This is real, and we're becoming real distributors, and so we have to cover the costs that go in between the middleman and this way and that way, and so. Our introductory offer is the lowest in the world. And so, yes, it will go up a little bit, but that's okay. Don't worry. It's not even going to be the cost of your gas coming to get it. So anyway, we're going to try to have it more available as well for you down who don't live up here in the mountains. So we'll talk more about that.
Okay, well, we've gone for an hour.
We
Very
need to
sorry.
go.
But have
can
the
cut
best
off.
day. Yeah, have the best day. Tomorrow we're not going to then do a live. So sorry this week has just been so crazy. And we'll be back, hopefully, I think, to our normal schedule next week, right?
We're going to be next week talking about our favorite things from our favorite stores. We've got Lisa at Brambles, Sun River. We've got...
What are you talking
we've
about?
got
Our
Orson
favorite
Hygge.
things?
Yes, we've got Orson Hygge on our lineup. We were going to show our hot chocolate. We'll show that probably next week. I'm leaving out someone. Anyway, we've got a great lineup for our favorite things next week, and we'll show each item and how we use them as well. That's going to be so fun.
I don't want to give the exact price because I'll probably say it wrong, the shipping price.
Because we don't know.
And Mr.
Exactly.
Funai will be mad at me.
Yeah.
But from what I...
Yeah, we're just doing a lot of negotiating with different things, and so it's okay, don't worry.
Yes.
We can't say exactly what it will be.
All All
but
right,
it's
well,
going to
have the
go
best
up.
day. Keep cooking. Your family is so worth it. If you're totally new to this Instagram and you want to pick up Kamut locally in Utah, you can DM us, and there's a Highland or a Midway, or if you really want to come all the way to Woodland,
Yeah.
you can
So
come.
it's
So
so
thanks,
fun.
guys. Have the best
Thanks, everybody.
day.
Have the best weekend. We'll see you next